The Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments of the United States Constitution, ratified December 15, 1791. Ratify means to approve or enact a legally binding act, not otherwise binding without such approval. Amendment is to alter, change the terms of a document. The First Amendment is freedom of speech and protest. Freedom of speech of the press or the rights of the people to peacefully assemble or protest the government for grievances. The Second Amendment, keep and bear arms and weapons. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. The Third Amendment is housing soldiers. No soldier shall in time of peace be quarantined in any home without consent of owner, nor in time of war, unless prescribed by law. The Fourth Amendment, search and seizures prohibited. The right of the people to be secure in their person, which means their body, house, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. No warrants issued unless probable cause, supported by an oath of a judge, and describes place to be searched, person or things to be seized. Fifth Amendment, due process, fairness, notice of rights. No person shall be held to answer a capital crime unless indicted by a grand jury, except in the military or naval forces. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense twice, to be in double jeopardy of life or limb, nor be compelled to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, of property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without due compensation. The Sixth Amendment, speedy trial. In criminal prosecutions, the accused has the right to a speedy and public trial by a jury of the state and district of the crime committed, and be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witness against him, obtain witness in his favor, and have assistance of counsel for his defense. The Seventh Amendment, common law. In common law cases exceeding $20, the right of trial by jury shall be presented. Common law rules only. Eighth Amendment, excessive bail. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. Ninth Amendment, rights not limited to just these listed. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. 10th Amendment, power reserved to the people. The power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states. They are reserved to the states, respectively, or to the people. To sum up the Bill of Rights, you have the right of free speech, the right to protest, the right of freedom of press, the right to keep and bear arms, which means your guns, weapons, and ammos. You have the right to house soldiers if you are the owner of your home. You have the right to be secure in your home, your papers, your effects, against unreasonable search and seizures. You have the right to due process, which is fairness and notice of your rights. You have the right to a grand jury. You have the right to not testify against yourself. And you have the right of life, liberty, and property without due process of law. You cannot be deprived of these things. You have the right to a speedy trial. You have the right to confront whomever is accusing you of a crime. You have the right to obtain your own witnesses and counsel. You have the right in common law, if over $20, to go to trial about any matter, where common law rules only matter. You have the right to a fair amount of bail and fines imposed upon you. You have the right to be treated fairly without cruel and unusual punishment inflicted upon you. You also have the right to know that the list of rights in the Constitution are not your only rights. They extend outside the Constitution. You also have the right to know that the power exists in the people and not the government. The Bill of Rights.